Hello everyone, Jim here from Storm Warning News. It is November 22nd, 2023 at about 1:32 p.m. Eastern Time with breaking news. A vehicle entering a toll booth at the Rainbow Bridge has caused a large explosion to go off, prompting evacuations. Currently, multiple authorities and emergency personnel are on the scene with evacuations underway after a vehicle entering a toll booth on the Rainbow Bridge into the U.S. has caused a large explosion to go off in Niagara Falls at the Canada-U.S. border. It is currently unknown if anyone has been killed or injured. Reports of debris from the car explosion are scattered everywhere. All 4 international border crossings between the U.S. and Canada in western New York have been shut down in both directions. Let's have a look at some quick video from the scene and the surrounding area.
Oh my gosh, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Is somebody trying to put it out or?
I don't know. I don't.
Yo, call Steve. Tell him to come back.
This story, ladies and gentlemen, is being covered by multiple sources currently. This particular piece I am referencing is per Raw's Alerts on Twitter X. There has been an issue, I should say not an issue, but an advisory issued regarding New York State because of a heightened state of alert considering the possibility of something like this happening. We will see where this goes. My advice, as always, be extremely vigilant. Situational awareness, always. Be pressing into Jesus, always. This is Jim signing off. Until the next time.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor as due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Noise in this gospel, bro. Lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick lesson through the spirit. This alleged terrorist attack at what they call the Rainbow Bridge, which is the U.S. Canada border crossing. You notice, like the last month or so, ever since this whole Israeli/Palestinian conflict went viral in the media, there has been talking about attacks on U.S. soil regarding the big T word. Okay, now, when you listen to these particular forecasters and these newsmen or these insiders, just pay attention to how certain they seem of these events. Okay, like they was literally predicting and saying, well, look, there's going to be a major T on U.S. soil. And even us here in the truth, we was going into it and we was, prophesying that, yeah, eventually it's going to be some type of attack on America or some type of soil wars. It's some type of attack on American soil, which is going to cause them to pass certain parameters and legislation in order to start infringing on people's rights. Okay, whether it's to own weapons or whether it's to home in some type of legislation to label people undesirable. And I say it that way because we're living in a time now that anything goes and anything is liable to happen at any second. And the fact that Esau Edom needs to get he needs to bring in his new world order through draconian means. Okay, he's going to do whatever he needs to do in order to make that happen, because going back into 9/11, that's when they officially established what they call the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA Act 2, which is basically in a roundabout way calling you an unprofitable citizen or a treasonist. Okay, so this is nothing different. This is sloppy. It doesn't make sense. It said allegedly 2 people are dead, which was 3 hours ago. It says there's no sign of terrorist involvement at this time, but 2 people died in a vehicle explosion. But eventually, somehow, some way, these stories are going to start to pop up out of the woodwork where we found traces of Hezbollah, or we found traces of X, Y, and Z, and they was attached to the Black Hebrew Israelites and X, Y, and Z. Like I was watching Redacted, and it came out. The report came out that that whole January 6th shit. They showed the real footage of what happened, and basically it was just a bunch of people that was peacefully walking in the White House just protesting, and the fact that the guards let them in. Okay, the people didn't barge the doors, and Pelosi wasn't running for our lives. In fact, that was all added footage, and it looked like a movie set, you know, with the prompts and with the actors and so forth. But we saw the video, and it was just people. They wasn't aggressive, but this is the narrative that they pushed in the media, because media is defined as a mediator between the people, okay, and the elites, man. And the TV or the news, is what mediates the information to the people through witchcraft and sorcery. So this is nothing more but a play on your mindset, because you got people in America today that still believe that them goddamn towers were brought down by a bunch of goddamn towel heads, man. Okay, and video is that's been debunked 20 times from Monday. Okay, it says no indication of terror threat on the U.S., but this is the time we in, very volatile. Okay, it says bridge in Niagara Falls killing 2 alarming U.S. and Canada. So those are 2 realms that's going to be on edge, and they're going to be justified with passing certain laws or certain legislation in order to fully crack down on the citizens now. Meaning that you're going to have a particular, now you're going to really have to be screened coming into the border. You know what I'm saying? Going on planes, etc. You know, passports, RFID. It's all a ploy. Okay, but nonetheless, this is the time we living in, and Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai said this will happen. Okay, so this is the book of Romans 13. I'm going to start in 11. It says, "And that, knowing the time, that it is now high time to wake up out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than what we believe." Right? It's time for brothers to really pay attention, man. Okay, because they're not doing this just because it sounds or it looks good, or because it's something fun to do. No, these people are implementing an agenda. Okay, like Apostle Elder Gabar went into. He basically went into the whole fact that, yeah, these particular events that's happening are linked to agendas. Okay, and when you look up order ab chaos, or order ab chaos, which means order out of chaos, Hegelian dialectics, problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem, they come with the reaction, and then they provide the solution. Or Salakia, they create the problem, the people react to it, and then the people come, and then they come with the solution. You know, playing hero, so to speak. Okay, so let's look up the term order of chaos. Yep, it says, indeed, ordo ab chaos, translated to order from chaos, is an associated with another Latin phrase, lux in tenebris, which translates to light from darkness. Why is the idea of order from chaos or light from darkness so significant in Freemasonry? Okay, and I want to really go into all of it, but let me see something here. Yeah, I don't really want to go into all this, man, all this stuff, but it's self-explanatory. Okay, that's a term of the Freemasons to bring problem, reaction, solution. Okay, or you look up paid agitator or agent provocateur. Okay, so the definition of agent provocateur goes,
Agent provocateur.
which is a person who induce others to be violent or commit an illegal act in order to incriminate them or discredit a cause. Okay, so another way for saying agent provocateur is paid agitators. Now let's look up a paid agitator. Agitator. Hey. Oops. Oh, Slakia. G-I-T-A-T. Paid agitator. A paid protester. Wow. Paid agitator jobs, employment. It's actually a fucking job. Let's look this up. It says the trope of outside agitators And a group of outside radicals and agitators are exploited the situation to pursue their own separate and violent agenda. Okay, and this is basically the attorney general. This is their statement, but we know that they set these people up. You know, when you go to these protests and rallies, they pay people to go, and they pay people to riot, to create division and opposition so they can be justified on passing draconian laws, man. It says paid protesters, they're real in the Beverly Hills firm that hires them stand accused of extortion and lawsuit. Which all these Edomites, man, only thing they do is try to capitalize off each other, man. You know. Yep. Paid protester. They don't have it up no more, but I remember a while back, I think doing was it George Soros, right? No, it was one of them movements, man, that they was actually paying people to go out there and fuck shit up, man. But this is, man, it's smoke and mirrors. But anyway, it says here, the night is far spent and the day is at hand. What day is it talking about? It's talking about the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. And it says here, the night is far spent and the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light, okay? Having your eyes single towards this truth, okay? Knowing and understanding the times we're in and to walk circumspectly. And it reads, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness like a lot of other groups are, but not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but putting on the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach and making our provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. Okay, and that's the point. You don't want to get caught up in this madness and this darkness, because the scriptures say perilous times shall come, and perilous goes into evil uncertain times. All right, so this is the book of Job 18, and I'm gonna start at verses 5. It says, yea, the light of the wicked should be put out, and the spark of his fire should not shine. That's going into his new world order, okay, their enterprise. It says the light should be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle should be put out with him, and the step of his strength should be straightened, and his own counsel should cast him down headlong, right? Because he's going to lose power, okay? And he's losing power through the division and the adversity of his own cabinets, man. Okay, like you had this guy, what's his guy's name? The fuck was that? What's this guy's name? I think Glenn Beck. Okay, then you got Southern Prepper. You have these different doomsday preppers and just people in there, like this guy Rand Paul. You know, all these men are insiders. Elon Musk. You know, these men are so-called exposing the elites, but they're all part of the same cabal. Okay, and that's all it is. Like when you watch Napoleon, it was basically a bunch of upper echelon Edomites that was pretty much sizing each other up through war. They all was part of the same goddamn beast or the same system. But yet, you know, Esau, he's a warmonger, man. Okay, and his job is to overstep any boundary that they may put before him. And that's all Napoleon. It was just a power grab among Esau. You know what I'm saying? They was all part of the same goddamn cabal, you know, and they all wanted to rule over each other. And that's all Esau does. That's why he's divided now, you know. Like, how can you be in your kingdom and you're totally divided? You know? But it says his own counsel should cast him down, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. Because let's be honest, most people that's bringing out the insight on what's going on is their own people. You know, Alex Jones, which, you know, he claimed that he's a Native American, but who knows? We'll see. But, you know, Ron Paul, Glenn Beck, all these men, you know, all of them that exposed the John Todd, all these men, they brought out the insider on the elites, man. Okay, and we just filtered it through the scriptures. But the Most High used them because they're insiders. They have insider information to bring about this, what's happening, man. And when you look at this whole Canadian border thing, it's no different. You have Edomites, if they're not already coming out, or somebody from Redacted that's going to speak, and they're going to have some type of inside letter from the CIA or the FBI or whatever agency that may be involved in this, and then they're going to expose the opposing party. And this is what it's saying. It says here, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon the snare, which is a trap. The gin should take him by the heel, and the robber should prevail against him, and the snare is laid for him in the ground, and the trap for him in the way. Terrorists, and this is the point I wanted to make, Terrorists should make him afraid on every side and should drive him to his feet. Because right now you have threats of terrorist attacks in the country, okay, in these major cities like New York, Chicago, LA, okay, mainly the major cities in America are on high alert, especially down there at the border. Texas, they're on high alert now because of this alleged incident. But it says here, and his strength should be hunger bitten, and destruction should be ready at his side. And it should devour the strength of his skin, and the firstborn of death should devour his strength, which that's Yahushai. His confidence should be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it should bring him to the king of terrors, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Okay, it should dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. And it says, and brimstone should be scattered upon his habitation, which is those nuclear missiles and the laser beam from the chariots. Okay, it says his roots should be dried up beneath, and above shall his branches be cut off. And his remembrance should perish from the earth, and he should have no name in the street. Okay, so you know how you go in these like Michigan Avenue, Indiana, all these, which those are really Gadite names, but overall, Poppenberger Drive and all the streets that he assumed the identities out of, it's not going to be found anymore, because the Lord is getting ready to throw this man's kingdom down once and for all. Okay. But the point was really in verse 11. Terror should make him afraid on every side and should drive him to his feet. Because you got these imbeciles that you call Americans, which is self-professedly to be the most wisest men on earth, which they're completely not wise at all. You Americans are a bunch of jackass. You're a bunch of dummies. Okay, but yeah, you really got these people that believe that they're on high alert. The other. Well, I'll take that back. Iran, basically, Biden did say, well, look, they in a roundabout way, they're going to war with Iran, and they are threatening the West now. But prior to that, man, wasn't nobody thinking about this goddamn place, man. They was trying to keep you out of their land, but you got Americans that really think that people intent was to come over here and do them harm, when in fact you was the one that was doing the harm. Okay? But anyway, I'm going to end it giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And with that, shalom.